Question 20, please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The details of the sector visions will be set out by the relevant departments in the coming months. But in developing these visions, the Government will consider the role of the State in supporting high-growth sectors that have the potential to build a globally competitive advantage, as well as how these sectors can also be used to support wider objectives, for example, levelling up or enabling a transition to net zero.
Gavin Robinson.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very grateful to the Financial Secretary for his response, and he heard the Chairman of the Treasury Select Committee mention the tourism sector, the travel sector, and I would encourage him to look upon it favourably. But from my perspective, aerospace remains the #1 private employer in my constituency in East Belfast, and across Northern Ireland employs over 6,500 people. Last year was a difficult year for aerospace, and still they turned £1.4 billion and high-end, high-level manufacturing. Skills that we cannot lose, and skills I hope, a sector I hope, will feature in the plans that are brought forward.
Well, I'm very grateful to the Honourable Gentleman for the comments he makes, and I share his view that aerospace is a very important strategic industry for the country as a whole, and of course particularly for Northern Ireland and for his constituency. Let me reassure him that the sector visions that we are discussing will be guided by considerations of comparative advantage, in which we have a considerable comparative advantage in many areas of aerospace. Future growth potential, I don't think anyone doubts that that's an area, and of course the gentleman will know that we're investing very heavily in supporting that sector in the transition to net zero with green fuels and electric flight, and of course also supporting levelling up. And I think those all play into a very positive story, which can be one also for Northern Ireland as well as the rest of the UK.
Dr. Julian Lewis.